we've weeded out the junkies.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had guys in the band, bass players and other guitar players and keyboard players that have come and gone, that we had tried out, and finally, we decided that we weren't going to add anything else to the band because, I mean, we were just opening a world of shit every time. So, but yeah, everybody kind of stays away from that. Me and Thad will have a beer or two after the show before we leave, but no, nobody gets wasted, man.
And, when you're having, after a show is over with and, you meet people and whatnot, is it more of a, some bands are, because you said y'all don't really party, so is it more of a, a, hey, how you doing, we're the guys next door kind of atmosphere, or is it more of a critical thinking? I mean, what are some of these discussions that y'all and, the fans have?
Most of the time it's they're falling over themselves going, holy crap, you guys are awesome. It's not tooting our own horn, it's just a fact, I mean, it's funny, but we sit back and go, what, really? We're just another band, but I guess, I don't know, man. I mean, the vocals, this is why I'm here, vocals. Rex is one of the best singers I've ever worked with. His voice rocks. I mean, it's awesome. We have good respect for each other, and we gain respect when we play out. So I think when you get respect, that's a big thing in life, no matter what you're doing, whether you're at work, at play, whatever. If someone respecting you, you don't mind sharing. You know what I mean? Just disrespect goes a long way too. If you don't get it, the heck with it. You don't want nothing to do with them. So, yeah, I think that's what it is. It's not adulation or nothing like that. It's just that they look at us with a different eye, kind of thing, which is kind of cool.
All right, and when you're creating a new song, does everybody get an input, or because you all are so tight, or is it one person leads the horse and then listens to the opinions from somebody else?
No, we usually just start jamming. I mean, that's what we'll start jamming. Somebody will start a lick, another one will kick in, and all of a sudden it's got all the good bits, and stick them together, and before you know it, it's a song. It's funny. And Rex has this uncanny ability to sing anything. I don't care if it's nonsense or whatever, but it's in beat, it's in rhythm, and it's in syncopation, and it works. He can make shit up on the fly. He reminds me of Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne can do that, and that's kind of the same. He's got that gift, and it's kind of cool. So sometimes we'll just play absolute nonsense, and all of a sudden it's something very cool, But yeah, it's everybody at the same time kind of a thing.
Yeah, I totally respect that. Guys like Corey, Taylor, Aaron Lewis can do things like that too. So
yeah,
I understand.
I mean, that's what got my influence, my interest.
So I mean, you said you have a show out. You have shows out in Nashville, Chattanooga, Alabama. What territory are you trying to get into next?
Really just anything. We're down to play anywhere, pretty much. That's just the thing. It doesn't matter. I mean, a lot of times it costs us, a lot of fucking money, and we don't make anything in return, but we get to go and play for 10 or 15 people, and, the next thing you know, the Reverb Nation is going through the roof. I mean, we've held number 1 in Knoxville for over a year. And we're number 20 in the nation in metal. We're number 38 in the world in metal. I mean, and that's all due to people listening, due to us going out and making, these fans, making these connections, and then them going home and checking it out and actually, and it counts. Every time you like something, every time you listen, it counts, and it's adding up. And numbers don't lie, man.
All right, and do you all do a lot of autographs for people, or how do
Actually, we sign a lot of shit. That's a good question. We sign a lot. I mean, my wife doesn't like it so much, but sometimes I got to sign, some T-shirts. Yeah, we sign pretty much everything we sell. I mean, it's almost contagious. Like if you sell something and then one person asks for an autograph, immediately there's a line. You know what I mean? Everybody that's buying merch wants an autograph too. So I mean, it's really pretty cool how it catches on. So yeah, we sign a lot of merchandise. We got pictures, CDs, wristbands, T-shirts, sunglasses. You name it.
And do you have any, interesting road stories that you care to share?
We got an autograph story. Remember that guy down in Chattanooga, Rex? He said, "Here, sign my leg," and he pulled his leg off.
Yeah.
Fake leg. And
He had a brand new prosthetic leg, and he walked over to us after we played, and we're all just sitting back in the corner, like half dead, soaked in sweat. This guy's like, "I bet this is the first time this has happened to you." He just pops his leg off, and he's like, "Will you sign my leg?" And I was like, "Holy shit!" So we passed the guy's leg around the table and signed it for him. That was pretty fucking cool.
That was.
All right, and what would you say is your, trademark on stage? Like, for instance, I seen this band, Chimera, and the dude actually took the microphone and made himself bleed while he was on stage.
Yeah, I mean, I only get hurt when I get into a fight, man. I ain't trying to fucking hurt myself. We just go hard, man. Rob, he talked earlier a little bit how he teaches martial arts. For his age, he can kick anybody's fucking ass, man. He's a small little guy, man, and on stage, he's an animal. I walked back the other day when we were in Nashville, had to turn around and go back and turn my amp up a little because the little drummer boy is loud as hell. And, man, he was just like a fucking spider. I couldn't even get around that little fellow to go turn my amp on, and I was like, what the hell? And I'm like 240 pounds, man, and Rob's like, 150, 160 pounds? This fucking guy's keeping me from my amp? Yeah. He's just got hella stage presence, man. The guy's all over the place doing kicks and shit. Matt's always got his big hair headbanging. Thad doesn't do much, but he rocks the hell out of that bass, man. He puts his attention where it's needed, and he does a great job as far as the music, man. I can't even imagine some of the shit we recorded and I listened to. I can't even believe it sounds like Flea or something playing it, man. It's really, really good. The guy's a phenomenal musician.
All right, and about the drummer, does he feel like the big man on campus, or does he look up to you, or what impression are you getting from him, being that he is a younger guy?
Well, you'll always have like that wasted aggressive youth kind of thing, but he's
15. He knows everything. Come on now.
Yeah, he knows that we've been around, man. That we've taught him a lot of things and opened his eyes to a lot of things, and I think he trusts us. It's not like whether we're right or wrong. He just trusts our intuition. If we tell him, hey man, don't go over there, he just automatically he's starting to kind of understand us, as people, and I think that's cool because I don't even understand myself half the time.
I mean, because I don't underestimate, younger people. I mean, I had this girl, her name's Sam Hatmaker. She's 16 years old, or just turned 16, and she's just as good as any freaking country artist out there. I mean, it's crazy. Some of these, young kids are just really phenomenal at what they do.
Yeah, we met Matt, and like I said, this old bass player we had, he's like, I got a drummer for sure, and it was like, man, curse of the drummers. We couldn't find one. Every time we'd find a drummer, like the guy would be in a car accident and break his wrist, or fall off a roof and break his wrist. It's like, what the hell, man? I swear that happened. That really fucking happened. Like both weekends in a row, the two drummers we had lined up broke their wrists.
Oh, they knew from Straight Line Stitch.
No shit. And yeah, one of them was the ex-drummer from Straight Line Stitch they had lined up. But this guy said, hey, I got a drummer coming for sure. And they pulled up in the driveway, and I'm like, all right, the drummer's an older guy. He's got a kid. No, that was Matt. He's 13 years old, man, and just really blew all of our minds as far as his technique and how far he had come. Like you could see all the dedication that he had put into getting as good as he is, and the kid just doesn't stop. He's always driving to get better than what, and like all musicians, but he's doing it at a faster pace.
Did you kind of, because he was 13, be like, oh no, when he first walked through the door?
Well, at first it was like, yeah, it was. It was like, oh God, what have we got ourselves into? But, as far as easy to deal with, and right off the bat, I would start show him a song, and he would interrupt me and be like, here, try doing this on guitar. And he's not even a guitar player, never played guitar in his life, And I was like, okay. And here I am doing it, and before you know it, it really jives. I mean, he adds a lot to the music, you know, and I mean, just his sense of music, you know, right off the bat really, really got my eye that this kid's going to be fucking awesome, you know. He's got a great ear for music, and he knows how to arrange songs, you know, so, and he's a natural just right off the bat.
And would you say that keeps you competitive as well with the youth being there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's competition. Yep. There's that, you know, I bet I can play faster than you, longer than you kind of shit, you know. Your feet versus my arms, you know. Kind of, yeah. We have that, and it's fun, man, to get out that aggression, to really hammer it out and put that stuff into a song, you know, and then it's really one hell of an evolution process, but I think it's working for us, man.
Now being a true, you know, musician band, you know, I don't know how you classify yourselves as new metal, old metal with the, you know, new twist, or however you classify yourself. How does it feel to see some bands out there not work as hard and use just machines to get everything done?
Well, man, that's like in everything in life, you know, the people, a lot of the slackers that just have a good name or have a shit ton of money, you know, get to make it and get to do what they want, whereas other people work for it. But I honestly think that even, you know, it sucks right now, but I think that we're going to appreciate it more and do more with what we get than they will. You know, you don't really respect stuff that's given to you. You know, you respect things a lot more when you have to work your ass off for them. You know, it means a lot more to you. It's not, you know, such an easy thing.
All right, and the other guy was trying to speak, and you kind of cut him off. So go ahead, say what you were going to say.
I was just going to say, basically, the machine bands, I call them, you know, when they got everything, you know, lined up on a synchronizer or whatever. You know, it's kind of a that's a talent on its own. I mean, you know, you one way or another, it's something. But I feel like we're more like a carpenter band where we're using stuff with our hands and stuff that you craft it, and you take the notes and you make them into something rather than just sampling it off of a source. And I feel just like complete with it. You feel more accomplished. It feels better. You know what I mean? It just feels like you created something more than just build something. You can build something with parts, or you can create it out of your mind and use your body to do it. And that, to me, the satisfaction is there. That's what it's for, and that's basically what it's all about, is the satisfaction. If you don't feel satisfied in whatever you're doing, the hell with it. Why bother? You know. So that's what's keeping me going. I get a good feeling out of it. And that's what I think is the crux of everything.
All right, and what would you tell, you know, somebody that was new or younger, considering you got a young drummer, you know, that was just getting into music, being, you know, how hard it is and everything? What advice would you give them to, you know, press on with their dream?
Practice. Play the shit out of it. Practice.
Never stop, man. You can't. You have to practice. The more you put in it, the more you're going to get out of it.
That's really good advice. All right, so where can, you know, this interview has been great, but where can people find your music and, you know, buy your stuff? Because at the end of the day, you need to make money too.
You can check us out on Reverb Nation, Facebook, Spotify. Those are just the three that I got there. But yeah, you can come to shows and buy merch from us directly. That would be even more awesome than buying it off the internet.
Yeah, we're getting a website. I don't know if it's quite ready yet, but we are getting a website set up, and it will have a merch page and everything too.
Right. So we'll have everything to you very shortly.
All right, and do you all have any final words or anything you'd like to say to anybody that's never heard your music? Because I don't want to necessarily, cut off the interview, but at the same time, I want to play some of your songs so people can listen that have not heard the music shows or have not heard you before.